Juno. Come right on me. I mean, camaraderie. I can't cope with these lyrics. And then there's the chords. That's what you said. I just love that. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucen. I'm a singer-songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to Sabrina Carpenter's brand new album. This is short and sweet. Let's go. Hi guys. So, here we are, Sabrina Carpenter's brand new album. I am in the brand new office. If you haven't yet seen a reaction from me, I have moved. The background might look similar, but it's been a lot of work. This is a whole wall of records now, which is so fun. Anyway, but yes, it might still sound a little bit echoey because I haven't yet finished soundproofing. But yeah, very excited about Sabrina's brand new album. She's obviously having a big old moment at the moment. I reacted to Emails I Can't Send recently and really enjoyed that album. So I'm excited to see what she's got now. Now she's kind of decided to go a little bit more pop, you know? She's definitely taken a slight turn towards like, let's go down the middle. Let's do fun, kind of silly, frivolous stuff. Espresso was obviously a banger and it's so dumb, and I love it for the fact that it's really dumb. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole point. Yes, then Please 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 came out and became a big hit. I haven't actually heard the full version of Please Please Please. I've only ever heard TikToks and whatever. I've heard that, like, I think it has like key changes or something. Someone was saying there's something really cool going on with the harmony. So I'm excited to actually properly listen to that. Yeah. And also later today, I'm going to be doing the music video reaction for Taste on YouTube Shorts. So when you're watching this, actually, that'll probably already be up. So make sure to check that out as well. Or you can check it out on my TikTok or on my Instagram, Lucen_music. Yeah, I'll leave links for you. Yeah, before we get started, if you like this video, then make sure to give it a like, make sure to leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe. Of course. I mean, you probably already are. If you're not, then what are you doing? Doing album reactions is not my only thing. I also have my own music, and I've released a whole bunch of new music recently, so make sure to check that out. And I also have a podcast called Criminally Underrated, where we talk about the most underrated music from your favourite artists. I've done episodes with fellow YouTube reactors Fernstone and Ben Shouts, who both actually came on the same episode recently to do a bumper review of the year so far with me. So yeah, it's a fun old time. Make sure to check that out. The link is in the description. I must always get so much quieter when I put my headphones on because it's always like, oh, I can hear myself now. Right, okay, so song number 1, this is Taste, which I will be doing the music video reaction later on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So, yes. Oh, I leave quite an impression. Vocals. Body's weird. My body, love it. You're still laying next to nice. Oh, I love the vibe. Oh, I love it. It's kind of got an 80s thing there, huh? God, I love her voice there. You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. Cool. Oh, I love this. This is so nicely written. It kind of is hooky, kind of catchy. I just love the vibe of it, you know? It's kind of shuffle. Just know I was already there. Yes. I know I've been known to share. Oh, that's got me referring to the drama, huh? When he's kissing you. Just know you'll taste me too. Oh, this is so good. I love it. Gosh, she's really firing all cylinders at the moment. Like, love it. Oh, I'm obsessed. Such a good song. Kind of has this bit of like 80s driving song vibe. I guess that's the kind of guitars and stuff. Oh God, it's just so nicely written. Like, it just like has like such a kind of like simple, but like just complicated enough kind of hook. It kind of has like this kind of sassy thing to it. I guess you're just gonna have to taste me when he's kissing you, like and then obviously referring to the Olivia Rodrigo drama, right? I've been known to share, like so good. Oh, there's just something about the sound of it that just kind of has this nostalgic feel. The way in which she has so much character as a singer and a writer. Clever, kind of funny little wink and nod. It just is so her, you know? And she makes it feel so contemporary because of that, you know? Despite the fact that there are, I guess, like retro references in that song. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like, oh, it's just such a vibe. I'm obsessed. You just have to taste me when he's kissing you. It's just like, oh, the melody is so good, isn't it? Oh, and that bit with her vocals in the verse was just killing me every single time. I love it. Oh, I leave quite an impression, 5 feet to be exact. So she's short and sweet. You're wondering why half his clothes went missing. My body's where they're at. So it's like, yeah. So she's still got the clothes from the previous relationship. Now I'm gone, but you're still laying next to me, 1 degree of separation. So there's an element of like, she's left such a mark on this guy, presumably, that like the next person that he's dating, she is like basically lying right next to Sabrina herself, you know? I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. If you want forever, I bet you do. You know, you just have to taste me too. It's just so nice. It's really succinct, isn't it? But just really nicely done. And it feels like a unique kind of like way to put this song. He pins you down on a carpet, makes paintings with his tongue. It's funny that all his jokes hit different. Guess who we learned that from? Now I'm gone, but you're still laying next to me, 1 degree of separation. Yeah. Every time you close your eyes and feel his lips, you're feeling mine. And every time you breathe his air, just know I was already there. You can have me if you like. I've been there, done that once or twice. And singing about it don't mean I care. I know I've been known to share. It's shady. It's shady and sassy and funny. And like, she kind of doesn't take it all too seriously. And I really love that about particularly this era. That's just such a banger. I'm obsessed. She says she doesn't care, but I guess there's something in her that kind of does a little bit, because she is really making a point, isn't she? You know, to this new person. There's maybe a little bit of jealousy still in there. Yeah, I just love it. So good. Brilliant. Perfect. Right. Next song. This is Please, 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 which, as we said, I've heard bits of, but I've never actually sat down and listened to. So I'm excited to actually hear it properly. Let's go. So yeah, another kind of 80s reference with the synth, you know. I know I have good taste. I have good taste. So we're connecting the dots here, aren't we? Everyone makes mistakes, but just don't. Nice. I really like those acoustic guitars. Don't let them out tonight. Everyone rolls their eyes. Making excuses for somebody who's a bit embarrassing. Please, please, please. It kind of almost has like a little bit of a Motown-y, doo-woppy kind of vibe, you know, and the multiple harmonies and stuff, like the Temptations or something, you know. Motherfucker. I know that bit. Nice. Ooh. Oh, I love that. What a slick key change. It's so nice. You're with me, I'm just kidding. Oh, that second verse just being in a totally different key is mad, but I'm kind of obsessed. It's really nicely done because it sounds surprising but flows, you know? Hey, motherfucker. Nice. So she's dating someone who's quite immature. Ooh-ah. It's at the end of a movie. Love it. It's such an interesting song because, like, for something that's become a banger, it's a very alternative style, right? It has retro elements, right? It has, like, you know, this kind of doo-woppy, Temptations-y kind of vibe. But it uses really interesting music theory. It's quite nerdy. You can tell that she is a composer, you know, that she has a lot of experience songwriting and she wants to push herself with what can be done within quite a mainstream pop song, you know, and she manages to really create moments of real surprise and suspense with the way that the chords are put together and with that strange key change in the middle that just like, it just feels like you go to a new place for a second and it's just like a really kind of creative experiment in song structure. And it doesn't end with the chorus. It kind of ends with this like, almost like movie cheesy resolution, you know. I love like how lighthearted and playful she manages to be, and it's like such a fun kind of thing to balance, you know, this idea that like there's this like complex harmony stuff going on, but on the other side of it, it's really light and playful and silly at the same time. If it sounded like simple, then it wouldn't work. you know, but it's the fact that there is that kind of friction between the kind of complex harmony, the interesting musical movements and stuff, and the playful silliness that really creates something really nice and juicy and different, you know? Yeah, really enjoyed it. Such an interesting reference. And I'm noticing already there's little moments of taste, flavor, seems to be a theme. We obviously know about espresso, right? Which for me is the best flavor in the world. And the first one was called Taste. I know I have good taste. This might be a cheeky little Easter egg that she's putting through the whole thing. Because actually the name of the album is called Short and Sweet. You know, sweet is a taste. Cool. I know I have good judgment. I know I have good taste. It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel this way. Great. There's so much personality in her lyrics. I feel like we get to know her and we get to know her sense of humour through her lyricism, you know? I tell him it's just your culture and everyone rolls their eyes. Yeah, I know. I'm all asking, baby, please, please, please don't prove I'm right. So she's obviously dating somebody who's like, you know, according to her friends and family, is a little bit of a liability, and she's making excuses for him. And she's just like, please don't prove them right. Like, I just need you to like behave. Which is such a funny thing to write a song about, really. But I'm kind of obsessed. Don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego is another. I beg you don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Yeah, it's like, don't affect my ego. I'm not so worried about you breaking my heart, but if you mess with my ego, if you embarrass me, that's like another whole thing. It's quite interesting that she's framed it around like that kind of element of relationships. Maybe just stay inside. I know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice. So nice, right? It's like she's convincing him to stay inside so he can't embarrass her. And we can live so happily if no one knows that you're with me. I'm just kidding, but really, kinda, really. It's kind of like, haha, lol, but also, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed. I'm just obsessed with the sense of humour in it. I think that is really the thing that I'm just really loving. Next song, this is Good Graces. Bit of a rhythm to this. When I love you. Ooh, okay. We're going late 90s, are we? Bit of R&B.
Don't waste a second. I know lots of guys as cute as bye-bye.
Nice.
Baby, you say you really like it being mine. Some advice.
It's got such a kind of cute dream poppy vibe as well. There's definitely kind of a atmospheric, dreamy kind of thing that goes through all these songs. You should stay in my good graces because I'm gonna fuck you up on a song, basically. Nice. It's a warning, huh? You better stay in my good graces because I'm gonna get revenge.
Break my heart and I swear I'm moving on. Shoot a shot every night. Kiss my cute ass bye.
Nice. I love the kind of fluttery thing. It kind of reminds me of like Mariah Carey, you know, late 90s, noughties Mariah Carey. Nice, nice. So amazing at turning loving into hatred. She's always just got such great zingery little lines, you know. You can tell she's such a practiced lyricist, you know. And now she's turning her hand to like really hooky stuff, you know. Kind of got that skittering thing. Yeah, like the skittering is like very noughties R&B. Love that little reference. It kind of still feels though it's part of this album. Like there is a sense of this kind of hazy nostalgia to the whole thing. I really enjoy like the way that it's kind of connected by this kind of quite ambient reverb and stuff. Kind of really feels like it's produced cohesively, you know. Different vibes that are connected well through the production and through the style of her lyricism and the style of her singing. And that's what makes a great cohesive album, you know. If every song sounds the same, then it's boring. If every song sounds connected but different, then there you go, you've got it. When I love you, I'm sweet like an angel. Yeah, more references to the sweetness. Drawing hearts round names and dreaming of writing vows, rocking cradles. Don't mistake my nice for naive. So obviously I like to be nice, but that doesn't mean that I'm, you know, naive. Doesn't mean I'm stupid. Like, don't cross me. You say you really like it being mine, so let me give you some advice. Boy, it's not that complicated. You should stay in my good graces or I'll switch it up like that so fast because no one's more amazing at turning loving into hatred. So good. There's a real confidence in being able to say, like, I am that bitch. I'm not going to stick around if you're not going to treat me right, you know? And it's really good to draw that line. I won't give a fuck about you. Like, once it's over, it'll be over and boom. I'll tell the world you finish your chores prematurely. I wonder if they're really chores. Maybe it's a chore to her. Break my head and I swear I'm moving on with your favourite athlete. Shoot his shot every night. Sexy. But I love how it's kind of like she's not on the nose about it. It's always a wink and a nod. You know, I just love her sense of humour. Want you every second, don't need other guys. You do something sus, kiss my cute ass. Bye. Again, just such good singers. Like, yeah, really fun. Right, okay. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. This is Sharpest Tool. Ooh, you know I love a rubber bridge guitar.
The sharpest tool in the shed. Pass by and you forget.
Ooh.
I hear a word.
I love the build-up of all these. I think it's acoustic guitars and cellos, maybe?
I really don't recall the time.
Oh, nice.
You were going right, then you took a left.
Obsessed.
If that was casual, then I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
To yourself if you think we're fine.
Love the tension built here.
We never talk about it.
Oh. It's really giving me shades of, what's the one from the previous album that I loved? Already Over. It's giving me vibes of Already Over. And Fast Times as well, actually. I love the kind of softness combined with the tension of this pace. It's like really nice.
Found God at your ex's house, always
Nice.
and I'm just a bitch you hate now.
Wow.
You guilt trip me to open up to you.
You guilt tripped me to open up to you. Oh my God. She's really piecing through the drama of this breakdown of the relationship, right?
If that was casual, then I'm an idiot.
Yeah. More stories of like people who are men who are kind of gaslighty and kind of make you feel as if your relationship is like serious and then just like, I know there's just something casual, you know, that's really what I'm getting from this. Ooh. This song's just so nicely put together. I love it. Somebody who just cheated on her and then just flips on her. Like, fuck me. Definitely the most kind of earnest song on the album so far. Has less of the edge of humour to it, but it's still there. Love it. Oh, such a nicely put together song. The production on that was just so beautiful. The composition of it too, it's like this building of tension, building of all these like acoustic instruments. You've got the rubber bridge guitar, kind of classic, like reminds me of like Willow by Taylor Swift, or like a whole bunch of like classic California singer-songwriters like Joni Mitchell and stuff. But then built up with the cello and stuff, gives it this raspy texture, gives it this like pace, gives it like this really building up beautiful textural thing. And then to kind of cut it out into this like real kind of like kind of driving drum beat. Just goes all the way throughout and kind of builds this beautiful rolling tension. So by the end, you've got that chorus that just like, it doesn't slam you around the face. It's not like big, epic and euphoric, but it feels like beautiful, like a cresting wave, you know, like a slowly cresting wave. It gives you that just like feeling of gentle satisfaction at the end. It's like really beautifully done, like really beautifully put together. Love it. And like, yeah, definitely a bit more of an earnest take. I kind of thought that the humour would be the central kind of thing, but maybe it's actually quite powerful that the humour is kind of cut with something a little bit more earnest, because you can do all the humour in the world, but if your heart's still broken, your heart's still broken, you know, like humour's just a coping mechanism at the end of the day, isn't it? So, you know, this one maybe gets to the heart of the matter a little bit more. A nice contrast, actually. Obviously, like, there is still humour to it, because the first line, I know you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. She's calling him a tool and calling him dumb at the same time, which is great. We had sex, I met your best friends, then a bird flies by and you forget. She's really calling him thick. She's like, you are dumb. I don't hear a word to you. Guilt creeps in on a Tuesday and send a soft hey, as if you don't recall the time. We were going right, then you took a left. Left me with a lot of shit to second guess. Guess I'll waste another year on wondering if that was casual, then I'm an idiot. I love like the connection between like the end of one line and the beginning of the next. We were going right, then you took a left. Left me with a lot of shit to second guess. I'll waste another year wondering if that was casual, then I'm an idiot. Like, I really enjoy like the connection and the different changes in context of those words, right? Because like taking a left is like literally going left, but left being the past tense of leaving, it's the same word. It's clever little wordplay and connections, that really kind of give it this like continuous feel. Yeah, but we never talk about it. So this is really getting to the heart of the issue, which is we never actually talk about the reality of this. And it's driving me a little bit crazy that like all this shit has happened and like we still don't talk about it, All the science just makes it worse really, because it leaves you so on top of mind for me. All the science is just your strategy. Yeah, it's a strategy. It's like a power play. By not talking about things and leaving things up in the air, you're retaining power, you're keeping them on the hook, It's like a classic control thing in these kinds of relationships, in these toxic relationships where they feed you just enough information to keep you on the hook, but leave enough up to your imagination so that they don't have to explain themselves, and so they have a get out clause when they cheat on you, basically. I've certainly been in a relationship exactly in that vibe where their actions tell you that they're really into you and that it's like, this is a relationship, this is a real thing, I'm meeting all your friends, we're doing super romantic things, and yet they then kiss somebody in front of you in a bar. And it's a long time ago, I remember it. I wrote an EP about it. You should check that out. But yeah, so like I totally relate to this kind of relationship where somebody is like manipulating you, We never talk about how you found God at your ex's house, always made sure the phone was face down, seems like overnight, I'm just a bitch you hate now. He's obviously like said to her, this is just a casual thing, and then is obviously cheating on her and still being like, oh, hey, I'm still whatever, like when it's good for him, Yeah. God, class, it's toxic. It's fucking toxic. There's another friend of mine who has been in a similar relationship where like basically it's gaslighting and it's like huge manipulation tactics. Yeah, fuck. And there are so many songs about these guys, and I'm like, everyone goes through this. Like, but there's like an epidemic of like men, who are shit, and do stuff like this. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like a bit fucked. Anyway. Next song. This is Coincidence. 1, 2. Ooh, fun. Live. Love it. Love the live feeling of that guitar. It's so great. It reminds me of like Joni Mitchell, actually. Reminds me of California by Joni Mitchell. Oh, hello. Chords. Love the vibe, obsessed. I love this tight, open. Love it. I just love that. That chord is giving me fucking life. Oh, I'm obsessed with this song. It's so good. What a surprise. Your phone just died. Like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said. Oh, I love it. Coincidence. Yes. Just the composition of this. The chords are fucking stunning. I'm obsessed. And it just flows so beautifully. Coincidence. Love it. I'm obsessed. I think that's my favorite one so far. There's just such a vibe to that. Like, I love it's almost like a bunch of people like singing around with guitars or like singing it together, and she's like leading the jam and she's like, okay, wait, I've got this thing to say. Okay, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. And now I have something else to. It's just such a vibe. It's like a call and response between her and the guitar and the crowd of people singing. Like, and then there's the chords. God, she just like knows. Like, there's just something that she's just like. She's obviously an experienced songwriter. I feel like she is taking notes from Joni Mitchell because like harmonically, that is a very Joni Mitchell thing to do, you know, to kind of like have these moments of like surprise when it goes into it's so nice. And then the middle eight where it goes into that other version, we've got more chords, and then it leads it back in a really beautifully intricate, interesting way with the chords right back into that. What a coincidence. It's that same thing where she's building up levels of tension to resolve it in a really confidently nonchalant way. You know, it's like, I feel like it's very, well, not easy, but like maybe a little bit more of an obvious choice to kind of build up levels of tension and then give people what they want, like a big moment, you know, but like to build up all that tension and then actually just still give a satisfying payoff, but something that is a little bit less on the nose, something that's a little bit more like, you know, just really like paints a picture of her personality, her confidence, her nonchalance, her humor, but also gives you something a little bit different, a little bit juicy, a little bit unexpected. I just love that. And it just creates such a vibe with all the voices and all the live kind of feeling of it. It's just really just puts you in the place. That is great. That is great. I'm just really living for this album. Like, I really enjoyed Emails I Can't Send, but this one just feels like it has like much more of a point of view, whereas Emails I Can't Send kind of felt more like these are notes from my diary, which I guess was the point, but like this one, production wise, humor wise, attitude wise, it's like firing in all cylinders and has really something to say, you know, in terms of the style, in terms of the humor, and then in terms of the composition as well, you know. The second I put my head on your chest, she knew she's got the real sixth sense. Now her name comes up once, comes up twice, and without even being there, she's back in your life. Now she's in the same damn city on the same damn night, and you've lost all your common sense. What a coincidence. She's kind of like, almost like she's playing that game, you know, like, what a coincidence, huh? Oh, look, what a surprise. Her name's coming up again and again, even though we're cuddling. It's like she has a sixth sense. She knows when we're together and she knows how to fuck with me, like the ex, you know? And suddenly, like, he's obviously getting back with her, you know? He's playing these two girls off against one another. It's mad. Last week, you didn't have any doubts. This week, you're holding space for her tongue in your mouth. Whoa. Now she's sending you some pictures wearing less and less, trying to turn the past into the present tense. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, she's just got such a clever turn of phrase, sassy, humorous, and actually really intelligently written. Great. Lost all your common sense. The way you told me the truth, -7%. Was that what would that take to 93? I wonder what that's got to be, some sort of mathematical reference. What a surprise, your phone just died. Your car drove itself from LA to her thighs. I'm obsessed. Her lyrics are so good. Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn it, she looks kind of like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said. What a coincidence. Oh, wow, you just broke up again. What a coincidence. Yeah, she's so sassy and is such a damning indictment of this person's character. And that's kind of like the central theme, yeah, so far for me, is this like kind of slightly savage but kind of hilarious use of like takedowns within her lyricism. Yeah, okay. Next one. This is Bed Chem. Chemistry in bed, I guess. Hey, we've gone to the 80s. We've got George Michael, Lionel Richie vibes. Definitely Lionel Richie vibes.
We were both in a rush. We talked for a sec. You sent me a text, another next. The grass got me scrolling like, who's the cute boy with the white jacket?
Nice.
Maybe it's all mine.
God, her delivery, her vocal delivery is just so great. Oh, yeah, falsetto, huh? You free next week? I know we have really good. Oh, it's also giving me Britney. Britney and Lionel Richie, who knew? I love that. Just a cute guy with a blue. Yeah, chemistry with it in the bedroom. She's like spotted someone and she's like, I like a bit of you. Yeah, okay. So good. Nice. Every song is a fucking slam dunk. I swear. This is just firing on all cylinders. Yeah. Nice. I feel like Sabrina Carpenter has really met the moment, you know? She's like seen where Pop is going, she's jumped on it, and she's really doing it really well and firing on all cylinders. But still, I feel like satisfying her core fan base, who are more used to her like more diuretic, sounds like diabetic, diary style songwriting, you know, because that element is still in that, you know. It's just the framing is much more humorous. And I think that's something that's really a trend with pop at the moment, is that like people are kind of not really into stuff that's too self-serious. Obviously, like there have been some self-serious albums this year, including Beyonce and Taylor, that have done really well. But despite the fact that there's actually like been so many new albums, who are the people who have truly broken through? It's Chappell Roan and it's Sabrina Carpenter. And the thing that connects the both of them is this feeling of like non-seriousness. There's this humor, but you can still tell that there's true songwriting chops underneath, you know? And that's kind of the magic thing at this moment, it seems to be, is like being a really brilliant songwriter. And you could write a really serious song if you wanted to, but choosing not to, and actually choosing to put your songwriting chops into something that has humor and has frivolity, you know? And it's worked. And it's really, and I feel like this album has really met that moment, you know? It really combines those two things, like lyrical and songwriting intelligence with humor, and it's gonna be a banger. You know, it's gonna sell like fucking shit tons and stream shit tons because it's really meeting what people need at the moment. You know, bed chem, yeah, vibes of that kind of chill, kind of sexy Lana Ritchie bed sex song, you know, like come to bed. But then it had moments of kind of like almost like 90s production to it as well. So it kind of takes it to I guess I reminded me of Britney, but I guess like actually it's more like Boyz II Men or something, you know, it's that kind of smooth, like, I'm gonna sex you up, girl, but I'm gonna do it respectfully. It's that vibe. Obsessed. I was in a sheer dress the day that we met. We were both in a rush. We talked for a sec. Your friend hit me up so we could connect. And what are the odds you send me a text? And now the next thing I know, I'm like, manifest that you're oversized. I digress, got me scrolling like out of breath, got me going like, ooh, who's the cute boy with the white jacket and the thick accent? Maybe it's all in my head. So there's a sense of like, this is all still within her fantasy. A friend of a friend, she's scrolling on the Instagram and she's building up this fantasy in her head. And yeah, this song is her sexual fantasies. I bet we'd have really good bed chem, which is such a fun turn of phrase. How you pick me up, pull them down, turn me around. It would just make sense. How you talk so sweet when you're doing bad things. There's lots of still references to sweet throughout, which is cool. Come right on me. I mean, camaraderie. Oh my God. Such a not in my time zone, but you want to be. Where art thou? Why not uponeth me? See it in my mind. Let's fulfill the prophecy. I can't cope with these lyrics. They're so good. They're so dumb, but they're so clever, you know? Oh, I love it. It's just fucking great. And I bet we both arrive at the same time. I bet the thermostat's set to 69. I bet it's even better than in my head. Yeah. And then, a little fade out at the end. It's so self-aware, it's so funny, but like so actually genuinely nicely written and fun and like sexy at the same time. She's fucking brilliant. Just obsessed, like smashing it. Okay, let's go on to Espresso. We've obviously all heard it 20 million times, but let's just jam out and see how it feels within the context of the album. Maybe I know it's that me espresso, like Nintendo. See, that's my favourite lyric. Hello. It is a genuinely well-written song because, like, on top of the silly hooks and all those catchy moments, this bit. It's just such a nice tension building. I know it's that me espresso. There's something so dumb about it's that me espresso, and I love that everyone's caught onto it. The amount of people who just like randomly drop in, well, that's that me espresso. Just love it. 'Cause I'm a singer. I know I'm out and do it for you. It's so dumb. It's like Get Me Hot Like Papa John. It's the same vibe, isn't it? You know? I prefer a latte myself, but I mean, I like espresso if it's good. Like espresso in Italy, yes. Espresso at Pret, no. Ow, my neck. Love it. Obsessed. It genuinely is a really well-written song. Like, I feel like people pass off hits like this because they're like, oh, it's just a pop thing, you know? But there's so much genuinely brilliant songwriting in this that is just genetically engineered to be a fucking banger. Like I was saying, it's the humor. The humor is so central to this and so central to the reason it's done so well. And she read the moment and she did it, you know? There were like moments of humor, I guess, in Emails I Can't Send, but it was a much more earnest album. Whereas this one, it's like the humor is like front and center. And it's like, yes, I see what people need and I'm going to give it to them. There's something very, very intelligent about that. But also like the actual song, it's not just those moments. It's not just that I'm working here because I'm a singer. It's not just that that's me espresso. It's not that I'm out and do it for you. All those bits are there and all those bits are brilliant, but like it comes together as a cohesive song as well, you know? And it wouldn't work if it wasn't for that too, you know? And it really proves that she has songwriting chops. She really, really does. And she's brilliant. She's really, really clever. I feel like we know all the lyrics to this, don't we? Switch it up like Nintendo. I wonder how she got the rights for that. Because they're really funny with that. Walked in and dream came true for you. It's just really great. Let's do the next song, which is Dumb and Poetic, which I feel like explains the whole album. It's literally what I've been saying. It's dumb, but it's genuinely clever. Let's go.
You're so dumb and poetic. We're like the aesthetic.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're words you invented.
Oh yeah. Feels manipulated by this guy, you know.
Jack off to lyrics by Leonard Cohen. Don't
Wow. Chords.
understand.
Oh, chills. Those chords sending me.
Doesn't make you man.
Ah, yes. I've got chills. This is, I love the chords.
Put us in this situation. You're running from is the mushrooms aren't changing your life.
Wow.
You don't think you
I'm just obsessed with that. It's just so unexpected. It's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
leave like one.
Just cause you leave like one, doesn't it? Fucking savage. I'm obsessed. God, I really love that. That kind of gave me a little bit Casey Musgrave vibes. Like, still, like, she has like all these little kind of like larks into different vibes within this album, but they still feel connected, you know? That one really kind of punctures the humor as well, doesn't it? With something quite earnest again, in a way that's like quite hard hitting. Again, more of that like build, tension building. We're getting to a place and then the satisfying drop isn't this big moment. It's this more subtle moment with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chord, unexpected borrow moment, and then this gentle resolution. It's heartbreaking because it's like almost like you're expecting something, like you expected something for the relationship, but then what you get isn't what you expected, and it just makes it like 10 times more heartbreaking. It's like you're so dumb and poetic. It's just what I fall for. I like the aesthetic. Every self-help book, you've already read it. Cherry-pick lines like they're words you invented. Gold star for highbrow manipulation. And love everyone is your favourite quotation. Ugh, gross. Try to come off like you're soft and well-spoken. Jack off to lyrics by Leonard Cohen. He's like jacking off to himself. He's built up this persona for himself about how he's like so clever and so well-read. And he's like so into himself, you know? It's like... yeah, and I just love how damning her words are here. It's just so good. And she's like, I fell for it because his game was so clever and it really appealed to the things that I like, you know, humor and intelligence. I don't think you understand, just because you talk like one doesn't make you a man. Brilliant. You're running so fast from the hearts that you're breaking. Savor your breath for your floor meditation. You're so empathetic, you make a great wife, and I promise the mushrooms aren't changing your life. Yeah, really painting a picture of this guy who's like got it, he thinks he's got it all together. He's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this like all mushroom diet, and it's really like, you know, it's this kind of like, you know, rich kid energy where they're like, You know, they're so full of themselves and so think they have all their shit together, but they think they're so grounded and so intelligent, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, we've all met people like this. And she's just like, I'm just going to tell you a new one. Cool. But it's heartbreaking too. Like the way it's set up is like, she's like almost like embarrassed that she fell for it, you know? Just because that one doesn't make you a man. I don't think you understand, just because you leave like one doesn't make you a man. Really just great. This album is great. This album is great. Next one. This is Slim Pickings. Oh, I already love the drums. There's almost like little country moments in this, isn't there? Which does connect to Emails I Can't Send, I guess, vibe-wise.
All the douchebags in my phone.
I guess this reminds me of like skinny dipping, that kind of style. Lovely. Oh, lovely vocals.
Guess it's you that I'll be kissing.
Wow. Ah, chords.
Moaning and bitching.
Yeah, there's this feeling of like still being not over somebody, but still like getting with new people to try and move on, but not really being in it.
Don't even know the difference between there and they are.
Oh my gosh, so savage. I love it.
He's nowhere to be seen.
A boy that's nice, that breathes. Oh dear. There's almost a sense of like longing for a bygone age of romanticism, you know? The era is over when boys were nice. This really kind of takes me back to a Casey Musgraves vibe. Oh, that chord. Ugh.
Since the Lord forgot my gay awakening.
She has so many fucking singers. I love that. Since the Lord forgot my gay awakening. Just like, why do I have to be into boys? Oh, love it. So good. Every single song has some clever like zinger or like fun line, you know. It just really is just, yeah, I love it. Interesting to kind of like really lean into the country sound. An interesting departure. It doesn't feel like it like doesn't still fit, because it still kind of connects to like, you know, please, please, please and whatever. But it is an interesting departure. Guess I'll end this life alone. I'm not dramatic. They're just the thoughts that pass through me. All the douchebags in my phone playing like slot machine. If they're winning, I'm just losing. So she's like going through all these guys, and all these guys are just douchebags. She's like, I can't find a decent one. Like maybe they just don't exist. Maybe they're all dead or in relationships. Maybe they're all gay. No, half the gay guys awful as well. Not my one. Yes. Oh, it's Slim Pickings. I just love how she sang the word slim as well. That was just so stunning. Yes, I'll be kissing you, rando, just to get it in, because I need to kiss somebody. Since the good ones are deceased or taken, I'll just keep moaning and bitching. Jesus, what can a girl do? This boy doesn't even know the difference between there, and they are. That kills me. Yet he's naked in my room, missing all the things he's missing. God knows that he isn't living large. Woo! So he doesn't even have a big dick. She's like, where have I got? I've got to the point where he's dumb, not very intelligent, and he doesn't even have a big dick. So why am I doing this? It's kind of like looking at herself like, how did I get so desperate, you know? And she's blaming the fact that there's just doesn't even be anyone decent around. It's really Slim Pickings. And since the Lord forgot my gay awakening, I'll just be here in the kitchen serving up some moaning and bitching. I love it. And it kind of does, like, in the kitchen, kind of harken back to that, like, retro aesthetic, you know, that kind of 1950s housewife. But, like, she is connecting to as much as, like, the female empowerment element of that era is, you know, obviously we've moved on from then. The romanticism maybe is something that has been lost since then, you know, certainly with a lot of people. Not with mine. Mine's the most romantic of them all. Got a surprise date tonight. I don't even know what's going on. I'm in my cute era. Cool. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. I can't get over the get away line. That's just so good. Next one. This is Juno. I hope this is a reference to the movie with Elliot Page.
Don't have to tell you how that's a thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God bless your dad's genetics.
God bless your dad's genetics. She just knows how to slam in a chord that just kills me. Okay, Juno got pregnant and they got stuck together, right? And then they fell in love. Okay. You make me want to make you fall in love. Oh, that's so funny. I love the vibe of this song. It's such a banger.
Try this one. Give it to me, baby. Mark your territory. The only one.
Oh, love it.
So fucking horny.
Yeah. Oh, I got chills. This is great. This is great. This is giving me what I want, you know? I love this. One of me is cute, but so good. Love it. Oh, I'm obsessed. I also like the actual lyrics are so funny. Like, I'm going to get pregnant and make you stay with me is kind of what she's saying, I think. Oh, God. But just like the vibe of that song was just, it's just so perfectly put together, you know? And like, as much as we've had like some really fun tension and release earlier in the album that doesn't quite go to that big moment, the fact that this one does, I feel like is such a nice contrast, you know? Those earlier moments where it's like, let me give you this rolling vibe, let me give you this satisfying thing that like, you know, doesn't hit you around the face but is a little bit more subtle. When the song arrives that has the more obvious, you know, tension build up, guitar solo, final chorus release, it just feels so well earned, you know? If you just give us that song off the bat, then it feels cheesy. If you give it in the context of an album that has a lot more kind of complexity to it and nuance to it, then it is like a shining jewel, you know? That's really the vibe there. And this is why I love listening to full albums, is because like, you know, in this modern day, loads of people don't really listen to full albums, but so many songs are so much better for the context, you know? And I feel like maybe if this song was just completely taken out of this context, people would be like, oh, that's nice. Whereas like, you know, within the context of the album and where we've been before, and actually if we look at like all the bullshit that she's had to deal with this previous guy, with this new person, it seems quite optimistic and quite romantic. Again, it's another element of contrast that really raises it out of the album into something totally different and really feels so satisfying to get to this place after you've listened to the rest of it. So everybody listen to albums all the way through, and I'm probably preaching to the choir, but people need to know. This is my mission. Oh, so good. I love it. And so fun having the reference to the movie as well. Give it to me like I'm Juno. Don't have to tell your hot ass a thing. Oh yeah, you just get it. Whole package, babe. I like the way you fit. God, that's your dad's genetics. It's like a puzzle piece. You make me want to fall in love. Oh, late at night, I'm thinking about you. Want to try my fuzzy pink handcuffs? Oh, I hear you knocking, baby. Come on up. So cute. I love it. I know you want my touch for life. If you love me right, then who knows? I might let you make me Juno. I'll let you make me pregnant, basically. And then we'll be stuck together. You know, I just might let you lock me down tonight. One of me is cute, but two, though. Give it to me, baby. You make me want to make you fall in love. There is an element of like, I will trap you and then make you fall in love with me because we'll have kids together. But that's the humor again, isn't it? You know, oh, that's so fun. I might let you make me Juno. I'm obsessed. I showed my friends, then we high five. Sorry if we feel objectified. Can't help myself. Hormones are high. So it's really like that kind of like early relationship, like horniness, like I just can't wait to fuck you all the time energy, you know. Adore me, hold me, explore me, mark your territory, tell me I'm the only one. Adore me, hold me and fucking explore me. No, hold me and explore me. I'm so fucking horny. Tell me. I love how she's like beating around the bush, and then right at that moment she's like, I'm really horny. It's just really great, but really cute. Yeah, love it. Obsessed. Again, another brilliant song. Yeah, I loved that one. Right, let's go on to the next one. This is Lie to Girls.
That it's the first drink that you've had in like a month. Never seen an ugly truth that I can't bend. Is something that looks better. I'm stupid but I'm clever. make a shit show look a whole lot like forever.
Wow.
To lie to
Gorgeous.
they'll just lie to themselves.
If they like you, you'll just lie to themselves. Fuck me. So now she's she's obviously been, you know, pulling apart this guy the whole album. Now she's starting to realise there's something within herself that keeps falling for those guys, you know? Ooh.
Against all the chances I give you.
My God.
Just like my mother and my sister.
Wow. So she's really pulling apart like what it is to be a woman within society. Wow. Mistaking butterflies for cardiac arrest. Again, more chills. You don't have to even bother lying to girls because they'll just lie to themselves instead, you know? Really is like the sad state of dating in the modern age, and she's managing to put it together like in such a brilliantly succinct way.
Girls will cry and girls will lie and cry and girls will till the day they die.
Wow. Girls will lie to themselves until the day they die for you. They'll really follow that rabbit hole the whole way down. Powerful moment, huh? These little earnest, really straightforward moments have such potency, don't they? Gorgeous. And we've like transitioned into the acoustic guitar. Gorge. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, like a song that really just like sums everything up, you know? And she's really proving her intelligence here. And this is what elevates the album so much for me, is that like, yes, there's humor, and it takes a lot of intelligence to get the humour, and that is great on its own, but she's leveled it up even further, giving you something that's serious, to the point, and actually very earnest, that is much more dissecting. Yes, we've been pulling this guy apart. Yes, we've been being savage. Yes, we've been having a lot of fun with it. But what is the truth behind all of that humour? What is the truth behind all of that? These guys are everywhere. Gaslighting, being completely toxic, taking advantage of multiple women at once, cheating on them and telling them it's all fine. And girls just lay down for it because maybe that's what they've been taught, you know? Like she says, like my mother, like my sister. And it really then gets into how our society has gotten to this point, which is this patriarchal thing, and clearly shows us that like, as a society, we have a lot further to go before the generations of women stop belittling themselves, stop doubting themselves, stop lying to themselves to benefit a piece of shit guy, you know? Yeah. And it's like so amazing that she's managed to get that onto this album and for it to still feel like it fits, like it makes sense, you know? It's so intelligent. And it really, elevates the whole thing. You know, with like Espresso coming out and stuff, having, you know, just heard like that in isolation, I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's let go of her like hardcore singer-songwriter chops in favor of, you know, getting smash hit, you know? But to me, this album is proving that like she has not let go of that one bit. Espresso is just part of it. She's just framing it in a different way. She's just framing it with humor. And it's like actually becomes even more powerful because suddenly when you undercut the humor with something serious, it's like, oh shit. Whereas if the whole album was serious, then it would kind of read like an essay, you know? It's really good. And it feels modern. It feels unique. Something I haven't really actually heard somebody really manage to make something genuinely funny and fun and frivolous and dumb, but also really multi-layered and interesting. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. Don't swear on your mum that it's the first drink you've had in like a month. There's no need to pretend. I've never seen ugly truth I can't bend to something that looks better. She's like, don't lie. It's fine. I will sort this out because I'm really good at lying to myself. I'm really good at bending the truth into something that makes you look great. I'm stupid, but I'm clever. Yeah, I can make this shit show look like a whole lot of forever and ever. You don't have to lie to girls. If they like you, they'll just lie to themselves. Don't I know it better than anybody else? Yeah. Or your best excuse is no, they don't stand a chance against all the chances I give you. So, like, again, these lines are just absolute zingers. But now she's aiming them towards herself, which is so good. You don't even have to try, turn you into a good guy. You don't have to lift a finger. It's lucky for you. I'm just like my mother and my sisters and all my friends. The girl outside the strip club getting her tarot cards read. We love to read the cold hard facts and swear they're incorrect. Wow. We love to mistake butterflies for cardiac arrest. Girls will cry and girls will lie and girls will do it till they die for you. It's kind of a very sobering state of affairs. She's just so good, so clever. Right, before we go on to the final song, this is a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you everybody who supports me over on Patreon. You make it possible for me to do what I do with only a part-time job, which I want to leave, but we're getting there. If you want to support me and help me achieve my dream of full-time creative autonomy, then make sure to head over to Patreon and support me. And you don't have to do it for nothing. There's loads of stuff over there. You can watch all my videos, including this one, with no cuts in any of the songs or anything, so you can listen to the full song and see my moment-to-moment reaction to every single moment. You also get a bunch of bonus videos. You can also actually, in the upper tiers, request reactions from me. And you also get the extended and video version of my podcast as well. There's loads of stuff going on there, and the community is so lovely. There's like a genuine bunch of people who have really good taste in music and really just love discovering music and like really have helped me to discover loads of music, and it's just a lovely little vibe. So make sure to go over there and support me. I'll be forever in your debt. Okay, let's go on to the final song. This is Don't Smile. Ooh. Why is my chair sinking? So we're returning to the R&B vibe.
Don't smile because it happened.
Don't smile because it happened, cry because it's over. Burying the hatchet, like really finding closure.
My heart is heavy now. Where you love to shut me down. I think I don't smile because it happened.
Interesting way to end the album. I guess like we've learned something, and I guess there's a bit more of a seriousness to conclusion, I guess, right? Also, Cry Because It's Over at the end of the album is quite good, isn't it?
You're supposed to think about me. Pour my feelings in the microphone. I stay and I'm gonna pick up when you wanna fall back in.
She's like really trying to move on, but it seems as if like all of her efforts, you know, pouring all of her feelings into the microphone, trying to put her phone in silent, it's not quite working, you know. Interesting to end the album with quite a smooth vibe, you know. There's this idea that she wants them to feel sadness for having let go of her. But maybe she can't, she's never going to know that. She's never really going to get that true closure that she kind of wants, you know. Interesting way to end the album, but I kind of like it. Like it feels like the previous song kind of broke through the humor, and to kind of go back to it would be maybe strange. So actually to kind of have something a little bit more like relaxed and just like chill. Did that fall off? We fell off in the middle of filming. It's an interesting way to end the album, but makes sense. Don't smile because it happened, baby. Cry because it's over. You're supposed to think about me every time you hold her. My heart is heavy now, like 100 pounds. I'm falling faster than the way you love to shut me down. So she still can't get over the ex. Pour my feelings in the microphone. I stay in, and when the girls come home, I want one of them to take my phone and lose your number. I don't want to be tempted. Yeah, so she's admitting to herself that even though she's been super savage, tearing him down and putting it all into the music, it's not quite got her there yet. And she still wants to know that they're crying over her. You know, she still is tempted. And so that's kind of where we're ended, is that actually maybe she hasn't been able to find a perfect bow to wrap on this. And I guess we'll see what happens next time. Yeah, overall, what a fucking slam dunk. Like, song after song after song that would work within their own context, but work even better because of the songs that surround them, you know? Each one kind of has like a slightly unique flavour, and yet they all really connect together through the sweetness. Food metaphor. These songs are truly tasty. No, I'm going to stop. Everyone is so cleverly written. Every single one has these little zingers, has these little funny moments, has these little like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that moments. And like, just like joyous, celebratory kind of moments of lyricism. Like, she's truly the only one really, well, her and Chapo, I suppose Chapo has a similar kind of humor within her lyrics, but like, there's something about the kind of confident, cool girl sassiness that Sabrina brings, you know, that sets her apart. You get so much of her personality and her humor through the music. And I just love that that is the thing that really does bring this whole album together, is that kind of powerful kind of sense of personality that just drips over every single song. And yeah, but then actually, yeah, to then level it up even further and have these moments of true reflection and seriousness amongst all of the humor, just goes to show that like this is a fully fledged album. This is not just like throwing out a bunch of fun singles. This is an album that has a point to make. And that point is like, although we might cover up our true feelings with humor and with savagery and with kind of sassiness and this kind of confident edge, underneath there is something truly difficult going on, which really taps into our psychology and how we lie to ourselves and how we debase ourselves for the promise of some fantasy version of romance that these toxic guys know how to drip feed and know how to tease you with, and then know how to take it away when you're not useful to them anymore. And so the fact that it's not only does it like have the humor and have the fun and have that great personality, the fact she takes it at another level and actually starts to dissect why these things are happening and how as a society we have something to look at, that just takes the whole album to next level for me. And it's just brilliant. I just really had such a fun time with it as well. And then musically, like not only like obviously lyrically, we've seen there's so many clever moments that are catchy, hooky, funny, savage, clever, but also musically, compositionally, every single song had something within the production or the harmonic composition, the chords and stuff that felt surprising, felt, retro and referencing past styles and stuff, but still felt totally futuristic and felt new and different and like surprising. So many chords were thrown in there, so many bass lines were thrown in there that just made me go, oh, yeah, really painted such a beautiful picture with so much personality and character. She doesn't just stick to her like diatonic harmony. She really kind of expresses more through the way that she uses her chords and stuff. It's like, yeah, like really exciting and surprising and genuinely well put together stuff. Yeah, I just really loved the album. I just thought it was brilliant. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to say my favourite song is. I really loved Juno. I'm going to have to give it to Juno. I just like that one really brought together the humor in such a cool way. It kind of felt like the kind of crowning jewel of the album. It has all the humor, it has the silliness, but like in the context being much more optimistic and much more romantic gives you this beautiful contrast from the rest of the album and just sets it apart. But it wouldn't be the brilliant song it was without the rest of the album. But for me, it just ends up like elevating it, and that's why it's my favorite song. And I just love the funny reference, and like it's just it's great, so good. Thank you so much for joining me for this reaction. If you haven't yet, make sure to check out my emails I can't send reaction here, and if you want to check out my Chaperone reaction, if you haven't yet checked that one out, then it's here. And make sure to come back for my reaction to the Taste music video.